Hello, crafty friends. It's Erica, ScrapDiva 29. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so happy to have you. I am coming on today to do a tutorial on the new 3D Carousel tray die set. This is going to be a new arrival for the July 2025 ScrapDiva Designs release. So as you can see, I have all of these die cuts cut out, and I'm going to walk you through how to put it together. I'm absolutely so excited about this release and this 3D project. All right, so the die set does come with two pages of dies, and you're going to start off by building your base, and you're going to use this die right here. This is the base, and you're going to cut this out twice. And as you can see, I have it cut up right here. And then we have this piece right here, which is this die. And you're going to cut this die out. You're going to cut this one out 4 times. And it's going to look like this when you cut it out. As you can see, there are fold lines, so score lines. So go ahead and fold on those score lines like so. You have those 2 on the side, and then you have one right here. And then you also have one in the middle. And it's a great idea to use your bone folder and just reinforce those folds so that you get a nice clean edge. It always makes your project come out very nice. So it's going to look something like this. And what you're going to do is you're just going to lay it on the inside. I laid mine on the inside, and I guess you could do it on the outside too if you wanted to, and then cover it up. But I did put this together already, and it looks like this. And as you can see, I layered mine on the inside, and then you didn't have to cover the back. But I am going to cover it, but I just wanted to show you. You can do it, I think you can do it either way. But so you're going to lay it like so. You're going to use your wet adhesive. I definitely recommend wet adhesive. That way you can layer it and line it up and get it in the perfect spot so that it lays nicely. And you're going to just go around and attach this piece to the next 3 pieces that look exactly like this. And once you do that, you're going to have something that looks like this. So to save time for this tutorial, I went ahead and already put it together. So it's going to look like this. And this base piece also comes with a stitched piece. So I went ahead and cut out the stitched piece. So my stitched piece looks like this. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and glue that in. I'll go ahead and do that now. And I am using this new paper collection from Doodlebug. I think it's absolutely adorable. I think it's called Berry Sweet, if I'm not mistaken. You're going to lay that in there and position it like so, and then take your bone folder and press down like that. And then I also cut out the base a second time in this red cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and just cover it up because I just wanted to have some color on the base of this carousel, and also for stability. I want it to be strong and sturdy. So I'm just going to use my wet glue to adhere this down on top of the base. And just slide it into place. And that looks good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and press down again with this bone folder. All right, and now that we've got that all adhered, we're going to move along to the inside. And what I did was, the die set comes with these layering pieces, and they are stitched layering pieces. I actually did take it out of this die set, but they'll be right here in these spots, and they'll look like this. So I'm going to glue these on the inside of my box, and then I've cut them out. I believe it's 8 times, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 times. So you're gonna cut that out 8 times for the inside, and then you're also gonna cut it out 8 times for the outside. So I'm going to decorate the outside with this pattern and the inside with this pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on adhering this stitched layering piece to the inside of the base. And again, use wet glue so that you can position it so it's nice and centered. And I'm just going to go around and complete each layering piece. You guys have to tell me if you are enjoying summer. I think last week was the first week of summer, or the first day of summer. I believe it was June 20th, if I'm not mistaken. And it is hot here in Georgia. Oh my goodness. It just, summer, like the day it turned, was the first day of summer, was like the first day we had a real blast of that heat. And I was like, whoa, it's summer for real now. So we have been enjoying the pool, cooling off, hanging out outside. It's so nice. Just going to keep continuing to adhere these in, and I may speed up the video because this part is kind of slow. I'm just going to keep going around until I adhere each layering piece on the inside and the outside. Okay, so now everything is layered on the inside and on the outside. It's looking lovely, so cute. Now we're going to move on to this piece right here. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have these 2 pieces. You have this one, this is the base, and this piece right here. And you're going to cut that out, let's see, I guess four times with each piece, because they are opposite sides. So 4 of this one and then 4 of this one, and then you're going to cut out the layering pieces to cover the front and the back, which I've already done. And then you also are going to cut out these tiny little dies right here. These this creates a little fold tab, and what you're going to do is you're just going to fold it in half like so, and you'll have your base piece. And as you can see, I've already glued the layering pieces on just to speed up the process of this tutorial. But as you can see, you're going to have this rounded corner edge, and you're going to attach that on the inside of the corner and just line it up at the corner of this tab right here. You're going to glue it down, and then you're going to go back and glue your stitched layering piece, so it'll cover up that tab. And as you can see, you just have this one little tab showing, and you're going to do that to all 4 of these pieces. Okay, so you'll have 2 of each side, and then you're going to have 4 or back and front of the stitch layering pieces for these 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to bring this base back over here, and we're going to attach this base. So you have this flap, and then you also have this flap right here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to adhere it to the center of this side right here. So you're gonna have your adhesive right here and right here. So we're gonna go ahead and add the adhesive. And I'm gonna use this quick drying glue, I think would be best. Just gonna add the glue. And we're gonna have this rounded edge, and we're going to just line it up in the center, and you just kind of have to eyeball it. And then you're gonna push down, use your bone folder to smooth it out. And it'll look something like that. So you have that little flap that attaches to the sidewall, and then you have the flap right here that attaches to the base, okay? And then you're going to take the next one, and again, you see it has this round edge, and we're going to lay it in the center. Just line it up like so. It's gonna look something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the wet glue to adhere this. And again, you're gonna eyeball the center and really just line it up with this one right here. Push down with your finger or use your bone folder to smooth it down. All right, and then we're gonna move along to the next one. And again, we're gonna line it up like so. And this one will go right here. And I'm gonna add my adhesive. Again, just lining it up with this one right here. I'm going to push down with my finger. Use your bone folder and just take your time pushing down, making sure that it's adhered properly. And then we're gonna take the last one, and the last one, again, with that rounded edge facing this direction, it's gonna go like this, okay? So it's gonna look something like that. Get my adhesive and we'll add it to these last two tabs. And I'm just making sure that I've got it all lined up with these ones. Pushing down, use your bone folder. And smooth it down. And I'm just pinching it with my finger on the side panel. So we'll have something that looks like that. All right, so the next step is you're going to have this base piece for your top, and you're gonna cut this out 2 times. And then you're going to have this die right here, which you'll cut out 2 times, and this will form the base of the little top tray. So you're gonna fold down on all of the score lines, these 4 on the side, and then you have 1 right there, and then you have a score line right there, there, and there. And this one, I just pushed it down like so, and I adhered it like that. And then you have 1 more that you're gonna cut out and attach it around and connect it to that tab. And then you're gonna have something that looks like this, which I've already cut out. And then I cut out the base because I wanna cover up those tabs. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my adhesive to this one. So we'll cover up those tabs. Just push down. And then we have a stitched layering piece that we're also going to adhere on the inside of this little tray. I think this is absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, so cute. This would be so much fun to swap with a friend if you're doing a themed swap. You can use this on your crafting table. You could put all your little trinkets or embellishments in here. So cute. Use your bone folder, give it a good press. You're going to be pressing the bottom and the top that we just adhered. And then what we're going to do, same thing on this little tray. We're going to add these little, they're the stitched layering piece, and we're just going to go through and add the adhesive to each one and move around each little spot on here and adhere the little stitched layering piece like so. And I'm just gonna work my way around the inside, and then I'm gonna work my way around the outside like so. So I'm gonna probably speed up the video during this part because this will take a minute or two, and then we'll move forward. All right, so we have all of the stitched layering pieces on the inside and the outside. And the last thing that we're gonna do is just stick this in like so. And that is it. Now, I guess if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of adhesive to make sure that it stays, but it will stay put even if you don't. And you know, you can add your little, let's see, I have some washi tape. You can add your little embellishments in here. How cute is that? Absolutely adorable. And then you have your little compartments down here as well. You have plenty of room to add lots of little goodies, flowers. So this is the 3D carousel tray. And this is available for the July 2025 ScrapDiva Designs release. I hope that you guys are excited. I hope that you guys pick this one up. www.scrapdivadesigns.com. Thanks for stopping by today. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye for now.